What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Genocide Pact, entitled Order of Torment. This is released on Relapse Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Washington, D.C., and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, aggressive, violent style of death metal. Yeah. My first introduction to this band was their 2015 debut full-length entitled Forged Through Domination, which was released through the very reliable A389 recordings, and something about that album really got to me in the most pleasant sort of ways. It was a very short, sweet, and to-the-point sort of record, but everything about that band oozed death metal machismo, from the vocals to the visual imagery to the riffs to the lyrics to the overall unsettling vibes. That was an absolutely amazing record, and of course there's a lot of creativity coming forward from a trio like this. I mean, they came out with a really badass demo in 2013, and then the Desecration 7-inch in 2014, and not to mention some of the people involved in this band also have a grindcore band of sorts, grindcore power violence band called Sisters of Christ. Really crazy stuff, but this death metal band definitely I feel a lot more of their potential gets showcased here. Very much reminiscent of early US and European sort of influences within the band's sound, approach, and delivery. But now it's been a couple of years since we had last heard a full length from them, and now they are back with their second album entitled Order of Torment. It's 8 tracks, and it clocks in at around 39 minutes in length. And pretty much in comparison to the last album, this is a much more mature, aggressive, meatier sort of record. I mean, it's a lengthier record, but you can tell in the time lapse between albums, this band has done a lot of serious soul searching. And in turn, Genocide Pact are already leaving their mark as a death metal band to be respected and appreciated. Yeah. From the minute you hear the opening moments of Conquered and Disposed, you can tell right away that Genocide Pact absolutely mean business here, and this very much is a musical sort of tour de force. The guitar riffs on here are sensational. Every riff sounds loud, pummeling, and obnoxious. I love that aggression and just teeth-gnashing sort of feelings when you listen to these guitar riffs. I mean, Declamation Grid, Pain Reprisal, Ascendancy Absolved, just some seriously killer guitar riffs going on those particular songs. Very memorable all the way through and through. Lots of awesome stuff to get a hold of with these guitar riffs. The bass work on here is very loud and obnoxious too. Same sort of pummeling mentality as the guitar playing. It's very audible. It definitely accompanies this band's sound and style. The production work sounds very good too. Definitely a very well executed album when it comes to the riffs and overall sounds and presentations. The drum work on here is just punishing through and through. The fills, the double bass, you definitely get that European international death metal sort of flair going with these drums. It definitely sounds awesome. Great pace throughout, a lot of lengthy tracks, but a lot of these songs go by very smoothly. This drummer knows exactly what he's doing, and he plays and does a lot of the accents very well. The cymbals, the snare, the double bass pedaling, it just sounds awesome. I just love that about this drummer. Once again, going to some of the lengthier tracks on here, once again going to songs like Decimation Grid and Ascendancy Absolved, and the closing track of the record, Blood Rejection. Just some really awesome drumming and styles and techniques going on here, very much in the vein of classic death metal sounds. And the vocal work on here is even more angry and more pissed than the last record. Very booming, guttural sort of roars going on here. I love this vocalist's delivery. It's very awesome to hear him sound the way that he does and deliver the vocals and lyrics the way he does. It's just so badass. Hearing the conviction that he conveys on the Unconquered and Disposed, Spawn of Suffering, Structural Dissolution, just some seriously great and memorable vocal performances on those songs, and it's an overall tremendous vocal performance. So overall, I definitely think that this is a much better and stronger record than Forged Through Domination. Genocide Pact have only scratched the surface of what kind of potential they can continue to offer in death metal, and hopefully throughout the years this band will be continuing to be a very domineering force within death metal, whether you hear about it or whether you don't hear about it. I believe Genocide Pact are here to make a difference. So if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Conquered and Disposed, Decimation Grid, Pain Reprisal, Structured Dissolution, and Authoritarian Impulse. That's another favorite track of mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box so that I can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Genocide Pact Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it, buy it digitally, and it is available physically as a CD and 12-inch vinyl. I know this band recently did a string of live shows with Mammoth Grinder earlier in the year, and if there's any more plans for them to be playing live, definitely keep an eye and ear out for them if they're coming anywhere near you. So, again, the album is Order of Torment by Genocide Pact. This is released on Relapse Records. Go check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Very, very awesome second full-length album from Genocide Pact. Greater things are going to be coming soon from this band. I can feel it. So, if you happen to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and how you think it compares to the previous full-length. Or any of you guys into Genocide Pact, let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Armijo out.